His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received a telephone call from His Majesty King Abdullah II bin Al Hussein of Jordan. The two leaders exchanged congratulations and best wishes, marking the occasion of Eid al-Fitr, wishing many happy returns for both countries and the Arab and Islamic nations with prosperity and blessings. They also reviewed the strong fraternal relations between the two countries and the latest regional developments. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa issued a royal decree granting a special pardon and release to 300 inmates for Eid al-Fitr. The pardon includes individuals convicted in various cases who have served a portion of their sentences, as well as those subject to alternative sentencing program. The royal pardon follows the established practice of His Majesty on such occasions, providing those included with an opportunity to reintegrate in society and contribute to Bahrain's comprehensive development under the leadership of His Majesty the King. The General Command of the Bahrain Defense Force announced that through the unwavering vigilance of its personnel, the BDF's air defense system continued to successfully counter waves of Iran's hostile aggression. Since the onset of hostilities, air defenses have intercepted and destroyed 134 ballistic missiles and 238 drones targeting Bahrain. The General Command expressed pride in the exceptional combat readiness and vigilance demonstrated by BDF personnel and praised their operational effectiveness in defending the kingdom. The performance of Bahrain's forces continue to inspire confidence that the kingdom's sky remains secure. The General Command urged all members of the public to exercise the utmost caution for their personal safety. Citizens and residents are advised to keep clear of affected areas and any suspicious objects, refrain from filming or photographing military operations and or debris sites, avoid spreading unverified information, and consult only official and government media channels for updates, alerts, and advisories. It further emphasized that the use of ballistic missiles and drones to target civilian areas and private property constitutes a flagrant violation of international humanitarian law and the UN Charter. These indiscriminate attacks represent a direct threat to regional peace and security. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Zayani, participated in the consultative ministerial meeting held in Riyadh, chaired by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Saudi Arabia, His Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud. The meeting was attended by the Ministers of Foreign Affairs of Jordan, the UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Egypt, Syria, Lebanon, Turkey, Pakistan, and Azerbaijan. The ministers discussed the Iranian attacks targeting GCC states, Jordan, Azerbaijan, and Turkey. They expressed their strong condemnation of these deliberate attacks carried out using ballistic missiles and drones, which targeted residential areas and civilian infrastructure, including oil facilities, desalination plants, airports, residential buildings, and diplomatic premises. They affirmed that such attacks cannot be justified under any pretext and underscored the right of states to self-defense in accordance with Article 51 of the UN Charter. The ministers called on Iran to immediately cease its attacks, respect international law, international humanitarian law, and the principles of good neighborliness as a first step towards de-escalation, restoring security and stability in the region, and advancing diplomacy as the means to resolve crises. They emphasized that the future of relations with Iran depends on respect for the sovereignty of states, non-interference in their internal affairs, non-aggression against their territories, and refraining from using or developing military capabilities to threaten countries in the region. The ministers further stressed that it was imperative for Iran to comply with UN Security Council Resolution 2026 to immediately halt all attacks, refrain from any proactive actions that threaten or against neighboring states, ceasing supporting and arming affiliated militias in Arab countries, and refrain from any actions or threats aimed at closing or disrupting international navigations in the Strait of Hormuz or threatening maritime security in the Bab el-Mandab. The ministers also reaffirmed their support for the security, stability, and territorial integrity of Lebanon, the full extension of the Lebanese state's sovereignty over its territory, and support for the Lebanese government's decision to ensure that arms remains exclusively in the hands of the state. They further condemned Israel's aggression against Lebanon and its expansionist policies in the region. In conclusion, the ministers reiterated their commitment to continued consultation and close coordination to follow developments, assess emerging situations, and formulate unified positions, as well as to take necessary and legitimate measures to safeguard their security, stability, and sovereignty, and to put an end to the Iranian attacks on the territories. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Zayani, met with the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Expatriates of Jordan, Ayman Safadi, in Riyadh. The ministers reviewed the close ties between Bahrain and Jordan and discussed ways to further enhance bilateral cooperation across various fields in a manner that serves mutual interests. The meeting also addressed the latest regional developments in light of the continued Iranian attacks on GCC states and Arab countries and their serious implications for regional security and stability, including international maritime navigation. And in this regard, both sides underscored the importance of halting the Iranian attacks against GCC member states and Jordan, in line with the UN Security Council Resolution 2026, and exchanged views on issues of mutual interest. The Minister of Housing and Urban Planning, Amna Rabihi, conducted a field visit to the Hid housing project to review the progress of repairs to citizens' homes following the recent Iranian attacks. The visit follows the orders of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, directing the government to address all damages to citizens' property. The minister expected ongoing maintenance to ensure work is progressing according to the set schedule, enabling citizens to return to their homes as soon as possible. She emphasized that these efforts reflect the commitment of Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to protect citizens and maintain their stability and quality of life. The minister also visited the temporary alternative housing project in Salman City. She reviewed the readiness of the fully furnished apartment prepared to host citizens whose homes in Hid and Sitra were affected, providing them with a stable living environment until repairs are completed. The minister affirmed that the ministry, in coordination with relevant government entities, is executing an integrated plan that includes assessing damages, carrying out repairs, and providing immediate housing solutions. She noted that the provision of fully equipped temporary apartments reflects the government's approach to responding quickly to citizens' needs and ensuring their safety, and remains the top priority. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed Bahrain's strong condemnation of the blatant Iranian terrorist attack that targeted the Habshan gas facility and the Bab oil field in the UAE. The attack, which was successfully thwarted by the UAE's air defenses, is considered a dangerous escalation that threatens regional security and stability, is a flagrant violation of the principles of good neighborliness and international law, and a breach of UN Security Council Resolution 2817. The ministry affirmed Bahrain's full solidarity with the UAE and its complete support for the measures it is taking to preserve its sovereignty, security, and stability. Renewing its call to the international community, especially in the UN Security Council, to take firm positions and measures against these hostile and unjustified Iranian attacks in order to preserve the security of the region's countries and the safety of their peoples, ensure energy security, and protect civilian and vital facilities, thereby enhancing regional and international peace and security. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed Bahrain's strong condemnation of the blatant Iranian attacks targeting Ras Laffan industrial city in Qatar, in light of the continued hostile attacks on civilian, economic, and oil facilities in the countries of the region. It considers this a dangerous escalation that threatens regional security and stability and a flagrant violation of the principles of good neighborliness and the rules of international law, and a breach of UN Security Council Resolution 2817. The ministry affirmed Bahrain's full solidarity with Qatar and its full support for all measures it takes to safeguard sovereignty, security, and stability. It also renewed its call on the international community, particularly the UN Security Council, to take firm positions and decisive measures in response to these unjustified and hostile Iranian attacks in a manner that contributes to preserving stability of GCC states and the safety of their peoples, and to strengthening security, peace, and sustainable development. The President of Customs, Sheikh Ahmed bin Hamad Al Khalifa, affirmed that the Executive Committee of the GCC Customs Union has launched a temporary exceptional mechanism for logistical transit. The initiative is part of the proactive response to the repercussions of the Iranian aggression against GCC countries. He indicated that the launch of this mechanism aims to expedite the movement of goods between GCC countries, reduce operational costs, and ensure the smooth flow of trade between various ports of entry. The mechanism relies on establishing a rapid logistics route connecting the main ports and airports of the GCC countries using sealed trucks. This eliminates the need for final customs clearance at crossing points, thus reducing transit time and streamlining procedures. Shipment data, included cargo manifests and related documents, is exchanged in advance between customs authorities to ensure the efficient and smooth flow of goods. He explained that under this mechanism, priority is given to the most critical goods, such as foods, medical supplies, and perishables, to guarantee their timely arrival without delay. Clear security controls are also implemented for trucks and goods, with necessary procedures followed when shipments are suspected, thus maintaining the speed of transport and the efficiency of procedures. This mechanism enhances the smooth flow of goods between GCC countries during crises. Improvements on the efficiency of logistical procedures reduces customs complexities and supports Gulf customs and economic integration, while preserving the competitiveness of markets and ensuring the seamless flow of trade between all participating ports. The Chief Executive of Information and E-Government Authority, Mohammed Al-Qaid, conducted a tour viewing the progress of services provided at the ID Card Services Center in Isa Town, covering its various sections. The visit aimed to view workflow, operations progress, and ensure the continuity and efficiency of government services delivered to citizens and residents at the center as part of the authority's efforts to provide a seamless and integrated service experience in light of recent situations. Al-Qaid emphasized the IGA's commitment to achieving the highest levels of service efficiency and smoothness for all beneficiaries. He highlighted that the continuous service enhancements and quality evaluation remain strategic priorities for the IGA to ensure services are delivered efficiently and effectively. He affirmed that the authority continues its efforts to advance digital transformation and further develop e-services as a strategic priority that enhances service continuity and ensures seamless accessibility through Bahrain's national portal and the MyGov app. He also reviewed the procedures in place to facilitate walk-in customers' transactions and engaged with several of them, listening to their feedback on their services provided. He praised the positive engagement with customers and the high standard of performance demonstrated. Gulf Air, the national carrier of Bahrain, announced that the addition of Paris and Manila to its temporary commercial network operated via King Fahd International Airport until March 28th, bringing the total number of destinations to 10 international destinations. It highlighted that this expansion comes as part of its efforts to ensure the continuity of air connectivity for the kingdom in light of temporary closure of airspace, affirming its continued operation of flights via Dammam to meet passengers' needs during this exceptional period. Gulf Air indicated that it will provide land transport for passengers between Bahrain and King Fahd International Airports. For confirmed bookings, passengers can book their flights through Gulf Air's booking channels, including the websites gulfair.com, the mobile app, or authorized travel agents. In light of the current regional developments, Bahrain continues to deal with updates through an integrated national system that operates around the clock and ensures the protection of the kingdom's security and stability and the continuity of various services for citizens and residents. We have more details in this report.
In light of regional developments, the Kingdom of Bahrain has proven to be a model for crisis management through an integrated national system based on preparedness and coordination among state institutions. Since the beginning of this crisis, the relevant authorities quickly activated national response plans to ensure the security and stability of the kingdom and the continuity of essential services for citizens and residents. Vital sectors have demonstrated an advanced level of preparedness, with hospitals and health centers continuing to provide their services as normal, with medical facilities and qualified personnel available to deal with any case. Education also continues without interruptions through the implementation of flexible teaching methods for students. Markets remain stable, with basic commodities and necessities available as normal, alongside the continuation of commercial activities and services in various sectors. Security and military readiness also played an important role in enhancing stability, as security agencies and defense forces continue to perform their duties with high efficiency to protect the security of the kingdom and the safety of society. The relevant authorities also ensured continuous communication with citizens and residents through media briefings and awareness-raising guidelines as part of an approach based on transparency and providing society with up-to-date information. These efforts have reassured society as daily life continues normally and work, studies and various activities continue without disruption. This experience reflects the Kingdom of Bahrain's ability to manage crises efficiently through the readiness of its institutions and the integration of their efforts.
Ambassador of France to Bahrain, Eric Giroux-Telme, expressed appreciation for Bahrain's efforts to maintain security and stability in the current regional climate. In a special statement to the news center, the French ambassador also praised the efforts of the military and security forces, medical staff, and all those working to ensure the security and stability of citizens and residents in Bahrain. He praised Bahrain's efforts in ensuring the safety and security of the French community in the kingdom. The ambassador of Germany to Bahrain, Henning George Simon, condemned the Iranian attacks against Bahrain and the Arab Gulf states, and Jordan, praising the efforts made by the various authorities and institutions in the kingdom, each in their respective roles, and safeguard the safety of citizens and residents.
I would like to condemn the Iranian aggression against all GCC countries, including Bahrain. Secondly, I think after 10 days, we have really seen an excellent job of all the relevant Bahraini institutions. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa has really chosen the right people into the right functions, be it the Bahrain Defense Forces, the Ministry of the Interior, the firefighters. The level of coordination and cooperation with the Bahraini authorities is excellent. The communication channels with the embassies are open. We are getting updated information on a daily basis, and we can forward that to our German citizens. Alhamdulillah, so far we don't have any casualties amongst the German community. It is very important to first stay informed, second, follow the official instructions, and third, to really only rely on official news by the Ministry of the Interior and other local authorities. It is important to stay calm, to stay safe, and we should all work together for a more peaceful and safer environment.
Government hospitals have activated their emergency plans and raised readiness levels across vital departments to ensure the continued provision of high-quality healthcare services. The national healthcare system remains fully prepared to handle any emergency and provide the highest levels of medical care to citizens and residents. These departments include emergency, intensive care, and support services to ensure the continued provision of high-quality healthcare services and the availability of all necessary medical and nursing staff and supplies to address any emerging developments, as well as the Ministry of Health has made prior preparations through emergency plans and designed to address various exceptional circumstances, reflecting the readiness of the healthcare sector and its ability to respond effectively and rapidly to all emerging developments. The public prosecution continues its legal efforts to combat rumors or misleading content circulating on social media, as well as any practices that praise or show support for the attacks. We have more details in this report.
In response to rumors and praise of attacks on social media, the public prosecution continues to take decisive legal action to counter any practices that could harm national security or cause fear and unrest in society, in order to promote stability and preserve social harmony. Within this framework, the public prosecution monitors misleading or fabricated content circulating on various social media platforms and takes the necessary legal measures against any incidents that are monitored or reported, as part of efforts to protect national security and counter attempts to spread rumors or false information that could affect the security and stability of society. The public prosecution also continues to take legal action against any practices that promote or praise hostile acts targeting the kingdom, or the circulation of videos and images related to these attacks, which may cause fear and anxiety among society or undermine national efforts to deal with these circumstances. publishing fabricated or falsified content suggesting that serious damage has been caused to the kingdom with the intention of harming the public interest or disturbing public peace, as well as filming, publishing, circulating, or praising terrorist and hostile attacks, or showing support for them in any way, is a crime punishable by law, as it undermines the security of the kingdom and the safety of society and constitutes a breach of national duty.
The Central Bank of Bahrain affirmed that the kingdom's banking and financial sector continues to operate at the highest levels of readiness amid the current regional developments. We have more details in this report.
The banking and financial sector in the Kingdom of Bahrain continues to operate at full capacity without interruption, despite the current regional circumstances. The Central Bank of Bahrain affirmed that since the onset of the situation, it has maintained heightened oversight, coordinating closely with banks, insurance companies, and financial institutions across the sector to ensure the uninterrupted delivery of financial services. All financial institutions continue to demonstrate strong operational readiness and business continuity, reflecting the depth of preparation and regulatory discipline that defines Bahrain's financial sector. The CBB added that Bahrain's banking sector continues to record strong financial soundness indicators, with capital adequacy and liquidity ratios remaining above regulatory requirements. Financial systems across the kingdom, including payment systems, also continue to operate efficiently and securely. The CBB further indicated that physical and cybersecurity measures across all financial institutions are operating at the highest levels of readiness as part of a comprehensive and integrated security framework for the financial services sector. The CBB reaffirmed its commitment to maintaining monetary and financial stability in the kingdom and ensuring the efficient and continuous delivery of financial services across Bahrain, thereby reinforcing confidence in the financial sector and consolidating the kingdom's position as a leading regional financial center.